Today, I'm going to read my stories chapter 6. I'm very excited about this chapter because there is a part in this chapter which is very hilarious. So let's get started. Chapter 6. I had the left side of my bed instead of my den. I wanted to share it with all of my animals and insects, but Hercules took up a lot of space. Zeus tried to escape because there was a very little space for himself, and Polly Parrot kept pecking at me because she wants more space for herself. Do you know what does take up a lot of space? It means to use a lot of space for yourself. Alicia had the right side of my bed with her dogs, cats, her secret deer, parakeet, and her precious pure white horse. They were only toys. Alicia started to mock at me because I've got my animals and insects. She said that they looked pathetic. She's pathetic. Right. I'll tell Hades that Alicia said something bad about his companions. He'll grip Alicia's hand hard with his mandibles, hardening hard. Mom also told Alicia to throw her shabby, stupid, boring toys out. I thought that this was a wonderful idea. Do you know what does shabby means? In Chinese, it means 破旧的. Alicia did as she was told. But one night, Alicia burst into tears. She wants her toys to keep her company. She was crying when her toys are being dumped into the bin. When midnight came, Dad ran downstairs to the bin and took her shabby toys out. Mom even told me to take a rag doll to bed. Rag dolls, Barbie dolls, and cuddly toys aren't suitable for a tomboy. I'm a tomboy and I'm not interested in girly things. I like plush toys, handmade animals and insects, and drawing mighty Janie adventures. I act like a boy. When bedtime came, Mom gave me and Alicia 3 kisses and Dad said good night to me and Alicia. Sometimes Dad would say, night, night, sleep tight, don't let the bugs bite. He meant bed bugs. Bed bugs are teeny-weeny bugs which crawl onto beds when people are fast asleep. This kind of pest will bite people. That's very silly because Alicia and I always sleep in a clean house with fresh air, clean duvets, pillows, and clothes. Dad kissed Wilma Whale, Hercules, Ellie, Hephaestus, Polly Parrot, Zeus, Little Blue, Hades, and Dionysus good night too. Sleep well, my girls, Mom and Dad called. We didn't sleep well. Alicia kept sniggering at my animals and insects on the left side of our bed. Do you know what does snigger means? Excuse me, do you know what does to snigger at something? It means to mock at something. Like this. So in this picture, I drew me and Alicia. Well, this drawing means that me and Alicia didn't go to sleep. We didn't sleep well in this new bed. I mean, on this new bed and in this new bedroom in my story. Stop sniggering. They're not made out of fabric and paper. They're real and they can move. They're not fake. If you say another word again, I'll take Hades out and he'll grip you harder than hard, I said. He's only made out of paper and I'll take out my scissors and cut him in half. I can't stand and this bed, it has got very small space, said Alicia. You'll fall down and hurt yourself if you're not careful. The bed nearly got bashed out of shape when I took several fine leaps on it, I said. Do you know what does bashed out of shape? It means that this thing, in Chinese, it means 坏掉. Yeah, no wonder it's nearly bashed out of shape with you taking several fine leaps like a mythical animal coursed with an eagle and a lion, said Alicia. You're talking about a griffin, a mythical animal which was on a fresco painted by the Minoans in Knossos, Europe. By the way, Mighty Janie has a brand new superpower, transforming into different animals. She can transform into a griffin and soar high into the sky with a pair of golden wings sprouting out from her back, I said. Do you know what does sprout out of something means? It means that something grows out of something. You can also grow a crest on your head. That's hilarious, said Alicia, giggling. Do you know what does a crest means? Well, it is a type of hat. No, it's not a hat. It's the red part that chickens have. That's not hilarious. In Mighty Janie's brand new adventure, Mighty Janie is in the jungle at night. It's a mysterious place. There are some weird, disgusting smells in it, and pink mosquitoes and flies are biting her. Mighty Janie could defend herself. She takes out her bottle of rose repellent and sprayed it at them. Then she heard a sound which was coming from a stick on the jungle floor. All she could hear was a scratch, scratch, scratch sound, I said. What kind of animal or insect is making that noise? Said Alicia. It's a male orange-colored back-crossed mandible stag beetle, a ferocious beetle which can grip you hard with its big mandibles. Mighty Janie isn't afraid of it. She could zap this pesky beetle with laser beams that shoot out from her eyes, but before she could zap it, he crawled onto her hand and gripped her hard, I said. Do you know what does this word zap means? Excuse me, do you know what does this word pesky means? It means hateful. Hey, I quite like. Excuse me. Hey, I like this word. It sounds a bit funny and also interesting. I took Hades out and leaned to the right side of my bed. Do you know what does the word lean means? It means like this. You thought he was only a piece of paper, but he's real. I'll prove it. Here he comes, I said triumphantly. I shook Hades to the right side of the bed. He crawled into a flowery jungle, flew up into the sky, and used his mandibles to grip Alicia's cheek. Alicia shrieked. So in this picture, I drew me leaning to the right side of my bed, me and Alicia's bed, and Hades crawled past the two duvets and used his mandibles to grip Alicia's cheek in this story. Mom rushed into me and Alicia's room to see why was Alicia shrieking. In this drawing, I also drew Alicia shrieking because Hades used his mandibles to grip Alicia's cheek in this story. Mom rushed into me and Alicia's room to see why was Alicia shrieking. What are you doing, Janie? You woke me up, said Mom. I'm just playing with Alicia, I said quickly. Stop playing, Janie. Don't shriek like that, Alicia. Go to sleep, you two. But we didn't go to sleep after Mom went back to her workshop. You're scared out of wits, I said. No, I'm brave, not scared, said Alicia. Yes, you're scared of him, even though you thought he was only a toy made out of paper, I said. I hate sleeping in this room. This room has got a disgusting smell of roses and cosmetics. It looks like my animals and insects are in a jungle polluted with pink factory emissions. They all breathe it in and they're about to die, I said. Alicia wasn't listening. She went straight back to sleep. I went on and on and on about the adventure to my animals and insects. Mighty Janie was striding into the jungle with a bottle of rose repellent and sprayed it at the pink factory emissions, pink flies, and pink mosquitoes. Then I made up another Mighty Janie adventure which gave me a plan to stand up to Tom, Horace, and Tony. Mighty Janie's enemies, hateful Tom, meanie Horace, and spiteful Tony, called her aphid because of the dress Mighty Janie wore to hateful Tom's party. Mighty Janie looked up the word aphid in her dictionary when she went back to her flat. She knew that aphids are tiny green insects that lay eggs in fresh vegetables and plants. So the next morning, Mighty Janie put an egg box in her backpack, flew to superhero school, waited for break time to come, rushed into the playground, and threw one egg at hateful Tom, one egg at meanie Horace, and one egg at spiteful Tony. So I did. I got up early, brushed my teeth, and went downstairs. I opened the fridge and took a peep. I'm not eating yesterday's Ribena, a type of drink made out of black currants or grapes for pudding. Do you know what does pudding means? It is a type of snack. No, not just a snack. It means dessert. But I found an egg box. I took on the egg box, shook it gently to see if it was full, put it in my school bag, wrapped the egg box with my PE kit, pulled the zippers to close my school bag, and went to eat my breakfast. It was muesli for breakfast, a type of cereal with cornflakes, cranberries, blueberries, and raspberries. Mom was very kind to me and Alicia. Did you go straight back to sleep after the shrieking noise? Said Mom. Alicia did, I said, spooning a spoonful of cornflakes and blueberries into my mouth. You sound like you're getting on well with your big sister. As I've said before, your green dress attracted a girl in year 3 called Pam, who wants the same outfit, pink shoes and pink socks, just like yours, Janie, said Mom. I hope that Pam will like her green outfit, pink shoes and pink socks, said Dad. But she'll get called aphid. Janie got called aphid too. When she went to school on Monday, said Alicia, I blushed. Do you know what does to blush means? It means to get red in the face. Were all the students in year 3 calling me aphid? How did you know that I've been called aphid? I said. I heard that Tom and his 2 best friends called you that name when you went to school on Monday. Can I sort them out with my best friends? Said Alicia. Do you know what does sort something out means? It means 来对抗东西. In Chinese, it means 对抗东西. In this story, if you say sort the bodies out, it means 对抗霸凌. I'll sort them out, I said. What are you two talking about? Said Mom. We're just talking about school stuff, I said. See, I knew that you 2 girls will get on well. By the way, do you want to eat a proper, healthy breakfast? What about egg sandwiches? Said Mom. I'm full with muesli, I said quickly. No thanks, I'm in a rush for school, said Alicia. I won't have time to eat egg sandwiches because I'm going to sell the surgical masks now, said Dad. Dad is making more and more money by selling boxes and boxes and boxes of surgical masks. He is eager to make more money. I'm eager to stand up to Tom, Horace, and Tony. I waited and waited till break time. I took on my school bag and rushed to the playground. The boys and girls had started a new soccer match. Tom was the captain of the first team. Horace, Tony, and the other boys wanted to be on his team. I want to be the captain of the second team because I'm brilliant at soccer, I said. No, because I bet you're rubbish at soccer. Who wants to play with you, Aphid? Said Tom, putting his hands onto his hips. You're stupid, Aphid, said Horace. You're disgusting, weird, and no fun, Aphid, jeered Tony. Several other boys started to chant a boring Aphid rhyme. I'm not going to let them kick me out and not letting me play soccer with them. Do you know what does kick somebody or someone out means? It means to tell them to go away. I grinned at Tom and his team, swinging my school bag round and round. Do you know what does grin means? It means like this. It means when someone smiles, they show their teeth out. Why are you grinning, Aphid? Asked Tom. Do you know what are real aphids? I said. Aphids are pests, which destroy the farmer's crops and plants, said Horace. Yup, like you. You're a pest too, said Tony. He meant that I spoilt their wonderful time of playing soccer. I'm not a pest. I can play soccer. You think that I'm rubbish, but you and your two best friends are rubbish, Tom. Aphids also lay their eggs in fresh vegetables. You and your two best friends are vegetables, and I'm going to lay my eggs in you, I said triumphantly. Okay, so here comes the funny bit. I think you're going to laugh your socks off. I got on the egg box, opened the lid, found 3 eggs, and started throwing them one by one. I threw an egg straight at Tom's school uniform. Splat! Nearly down to his jeans. I threw an egg at Horace's shoulder, and the egg yolk dripped down to his arm. And I threw an egg straight at Tony's shorts. Splat! Down his jeans. Look what Janie's done to us. We're going to tell her, said Tom, but he couldn't rush to our classroom. Okay, this part is funny because of the drawing. I drew the 3 boys with egg yolks on their clothes. He could only jump because the egg yolk was dripping down to his jeans. So in this story, Tom couldn't run to our classroom, so he had to do it like this. Mr. Ty, Janie's throwing egg at me! Horace came rush into our classroom. Horace didn't have an egg on his jeans, but he had an egg on his shoulder, so he would go like this. Mr. Ty, Janie's throwing egg at me! Tony couldn't do it because the egg yolk was slipping straight down to his neck, so he decided to jump just like Tom. Only he wouldn't have to do it like this. Only he couldn't do it like this. I think he could do it like this. So I think he would go like, oh, Mr. Ty, Janie's throwing egg at me! The other boys gazed at me as if I turned into mighty Janie. Wally and his boy gang admired me for standing up to the bullies. The bullies are actually Tom, Horace, and Tony because they call me Aphid. Wow, you stood up to the bullies by throwing eggs on them, said Wally, grinning. They look so funny with egg yolk dripping down to their clothes, said Ray, giggling. You show them that you not only can play soccer, you can stand up to them, said Bill, impressed. Roddy and his boy gang are happy, but the other boys looked anxious. Do you know what does this word anxious means? It means nervous. You'll be in trouble if our teacher finds out, said Justin. Excuse me. You'll be in trouble if our teacher finds out, said Justin. They did tell our teacher, look, said Porter. Porter was right. Our teacher, Mr. Tai, was walking to the playground with Tom, Horace, and Tony. If I was Mighty Janie, I would wave to my superhero friends. After I stood up to the bodies, fly up to the sky, and fly back to my flats. I wasn't Mighty Janie, I was myself, and I didn't say a word. So in chapter 7, I'll be in disgrace in the next chapter of my story. Okay, it's time for the quiz. Quiz. Question number 1. What will Janie eat for breakfast? Clue. It's a type of cereal with cornflakes, blueberries, raspberries, and cranberries. A. Granola. B. Muesli. Question number 2. If you were Janie, what will you do if Tom and his 2 best friends call you names? Do you know what does call you names means? No, it doesn't mean to call your name. It means to call you very rude names like this. In this story, Tom and his 2 best friends called me Aphid. This is a very rude name. Would you ignore them or fight back? Okay, this is the end of this chapter. I hope that my best friends, Alice, May, Iris, and Vian, will watch this video. I also hope that my friend Sally will watch this video too. In this chapter, it has got very clear paragraphs and it has also got very funny bits. Thank you so much. Bye for now.